Hello, Stanlix. Welcome. What do you know? My chat actually works now in OBS. I can actually see your messages now. I don't have to look at the stream itself. Whoops, my bad. My bad. Hello, Rick Tofan. Hello, Hawkes. Welcome. Crazy Wizard. What's up? Ruv WK. Welcome. Well, actually, oh, never mind. It does not fully work. I don't see the YouTube messages. Ah, oh, goodness gracious. Chess question mark. You're my biggest fan. Ooh, are you? You're my biggest fan? Is that true? Is that so? Do 7 bindings challenge. Well, as I've said in the video, it's too hard for me. Like I've tried doing it on release, but it was just too hard, and now it got even harder. Now it's probably just like it is impossible for all the regular players like me. Ooh, crazy wizard! Thank you for the follow. Oh yes, I have channel points now. I have all the bells and whistles. It is too hard. It is extremely hard. So you probably thank you, Ruv. Thank you very much for the follow. The thing with Masochist now, you've probably seen Profuzz do it on stream, right? And that was before the fix. But now, damage dealt to teeth has gotten fixed. So before the patch, you could make teeth get scared and disappear with just 3 regular hits or 1 charged hit, but that was a bug. Now after the fix, you can it's like back to old behavior. Now if you want to hammer teeth, it's gonna take you like 30 hits or something, which means you now cannot deal with teeth at all. You can only try to run away, and good luck running away when you have all those bindings active. All right, I gotta find a way to see the YouTube chat separately then, I guess. This just ain't right. Why is the YouTube chat not showing? The big bucks down the teeth with a charged hit. Yes, this was pre-patch. Thank you. Okay, what's this name? Chess Salty Bet. Thank you for the follow. That was before the patch. Now you cannot deal with teeth with just a hammer anymore. So Masochist is now like truly masochistic. There is no way. There is no way I'm doing this. Alright, so is there anyone in the chat whose run I missed last time, yesterday? So let's see. Yesterday I missed a couple of runs because I didn't have time. So we have flip-flops run. We have oh no, these are new. Yeah, this is just in. But last time I missed Shadows run, and I missed something else. I'm pretty sure. Sugoshi's run I did watch. Hello, Archangel. Welcome. Wait, ad break. Excuse me? I didn't order no ad break. Why is there ads? Oh, I guess they're active automatically. Oh, that's rough. I guess I'll wait for these ads to go away. Where am I from, streamer? I am Ukrainian, if you want to know. Yeah, I don't think anybody likes the ads, but you know, that's how it is. How is it? As you imagine, I'm not going to discuss this on stream. Yo, you just finished my guide? Well, I hope it helped you at least a little bit. The 2-hour yapping session. I hope it has been helpful. Alright, let's start. The ads are over, right? No? How can I even tell when they're going or not? Are the ads gone? Okay. Okay, let's look at 010111's run, which I missed yesterday. Let's copy this link. Oh. Alright, I guess this works. You're not submitting the run? Oh, your best is 31 minutes? I mean, you know, this is like close enough, right? It's probably okay. It doesn't need to be like exactly 30 minutes. I think that's fine. Oh, you have content for me today as promised? Very nice. Very cool. Okay, submit it. We'll watch it. We are starting with this one though. Okay, so this has been timestamped in the link you sent. Is this the start of the run? Okay, I guess it is. Alright, let's see what happens in this one. Have I played Cairn? I've seen this game, I've read about it, I did not play it. I don't think it's as engaging gameplay-wise as White Knuckle, so I don't think I'm gonna play it, but perhaps. Alright, let's see what happens this run. So this is gonna be a restart, I assume. Alright, mute in case it's copyrighted music. Okay, good start. OP first room, of course. The best room in the deep storage. In case you don't know, this room has a guaranteed pill and injector spawn, so this is by far the best room in deep storage. It is the only room that guarantees a pill and injector spawn. Other rooms might have them, but none actually guarantee it. An okay-ish second room, because it doesn't spawn anything, but at least it's fast. This one has a granola spawn on the island. Oh, unlucky. 0 granola spawns. Alright. Coping with unlucky RNG. Makes his way up. Another granola room. There's a 2 granola spawns in the pipe. In this pipe. Gets both. Ooh, that's good RNG. Okay. Compensating for unlucky previous room. Goes straight up. All is good. A little bit of a tumbling here and there. That's okay. Oh yeah, it's probably going to be a very good run, you know. This is definitely going to be a good run. Polyphagia, the second best perk, arguably the best experimental perk in the game. But it does take a little bit of effort to use compared to just metabolic overdrive. Okay, the injector spawn on the vent right here. It did not spawn, unlucky. Nothing else in this room, so just go up. Okay, simple enough. Alright, this room, an injector spawn next to the vendor. You go up like this in a line, and there's the injector. It actually spawned. Good luck. Good RNG. Ooh, that's... oh, that was a little bit weird, but that's okay. Still moving at very good speed. More than 5 meters per second to first interlude. That's, you know, in my books, that's very good. How do you know it's beans? I think it's somewhere in the lore. Because, like, everything in White Knuckle is made out of beans, all the food. The granola bars are actually beans, too. Alright, goes for the grub. Oh, because no items. No grubs. Metabolic stasis, the best perk. Best regular perk. My vids made you go from 25 minutes to 12? Well, I'm glad they helped that much. All right, good entry to the secret. We go straight into the chute, of course, because the chute is infinitely better than going pipeworks, unfortunately. Hopefully, chute gets nerfed one day, but until this day, every single run you will see expulsion chute. That's just how it is. Okay, good entry through the first set of grinders. Good entry through the second. Ooh, that was close, but still, passed all the grinders easily. Will this be a one grab chute? I assume so. Ooh, a little bit of a hiccup here, but that's okay. Still going very quickly. Double stasis. So essentially, double stasis is the best two regular perks that you can get. Buying granolas. Oh no, not buying granolas on my stream. Okay, well, buying granolas does make sense if you have polyphagia. If you have no food, then I guess it might be worth buying granolas. 6 roaches for granola usually is not worth it, but if you have polyphagia, maybe. Okay, good shaft. On to the pier. So no grub for the pier, right? I think they are out of grubs. Yes. Oh, okay, grub in the vendor, of course. RNG saved. So this pier has an injector right here at the very start. On top of this vent, it's always here, it's guaranteed. Now, grub skipping this pier is a little bit awkward because, as you can see, you cannot just go straight up. You have to go at an angle, either left or right. Still no problem. Picks up the food at the start of Delta Labs. These 2 food cans are always there above the entrance, so if you have polyphagia and you need food, you can always grab those 2 cans there. Okay, first room is the evil room, which sucks because it can have like infinite turrets everywhere and it spawns no items for you. There's only a singular can of food and 2 flares at the very start of it, but that is not much at all. This room, on the other hand, has an injector spawn right here, and it does in fact spawn. There's also a pill spawn, but nobody goes for it. And neither do I, because pills at this point in the campaign are not very relevant if you are speedrunning. Those pills are also not guaranteed, so it's like there's no real point in gambling. Okay, next the low gravity room. This one is amazing because there is also a guaranteed injector here. You go straight to this vent, there's the injector, and then you go straight up. Yeah, this is looking like a very good run. Not insane injector RNG, which you do need to get like a super good time, but, you know, just good injector RNG. Oh, there's more injectors. That's good. That's great. Explosive rebar. Well, that's a gamble. So this explosive rebar will be good if there are actually injectors in these following vendors. Let's see. Sacrifice the artifact. Fails to grab the food. Okay. All right, let's see. There is not a single injector in these vendors. Yeah, that's why it was a gamble. Should have just blown up the initial vendor that you got the spear from. So basically just gets the eye from these vendors. That's very sad. Still going into Abyss with 3 injectors is good. Can't complain about that. But it could have been like 5 or even 6. Which would have been crazy. Alright, let's see this Abyss. Good scaffolds. Scaffolds is the easiest region of the Abyss. You just, as long as you have overwhelmed and injectors, you can just permanently stay on these upper sections and finish it in like 10 seconds. Then you transition into Deadman's Handle, which has 2 guaranteed injectors, not guaranteed, 2 80% spawns for injectors here. And you can tell it's 80% because 1 didn't spawn just now, which is, it is always such a tragic moment when you have a good run and you don't get, and you only get like 1 or none of the injectors right here, which just essentially torpedoes your run, but what can you do about it? This game is RNG heavy. The Hanging Gardens are no problem, even with 1 injector, straight to the finish. Overall, this is a pretty decent sub 8. Certainly better than the one that I have. I think my time is like 7:55. This is 7:43. A very good run. Nothing to even, like there's nothing to say about it. What am I supposed to analyze here? There are no mistakes here. Good run. Just no mistakes. What am I supposed to talk about? Okay. Next up is the flip-flops run. Unlucky Pinto run. Wait. Pinto run. So this is what campaign with the pinto beans binding? Oh, this is choppy. Oh my god. Are you guys seeing this? Wait. This is pretty bad to watch, huh? This is like, oh god, this is like 10 FPS. Wait, do you actually play at 10 FPS? Or this is definitely like 10 or 15 FPS. Do you play like this, or is this just the recording? Yeah, flip flop. I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess we like might watch it, but you know, it wouldn't be as bad if this was just super pixelated. I can handle just like low resolutions, but 10 FPS. You think this is 20? I don't think this is 20. I think 20 looks better than this. This has got to be lower than 20. All right, so what are we even commentating on here? So is this a run with pinto beans on, which means there are like no items to even speak of? So like it doesn't make any sense to check any of the item spawns? Flippers, is this a pinto beans run? Oh god, this is painful. Oh my god. You game on 10 FPS, sometimes 15. Do you actually play this game on 10 FPS? I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Like, you know, I get playing like maybe like a turn-based games at 10 FPS, but anything. Oh my goodness, what was that? Ooh, 100 mag just raided with 5 viewers. Thank you for the raid. As for the raiders, we are analyzing the submitted runs, and you are unfortunate enough to have joined when we are analyzing a horrible 10 FPS recording of a pinto beans run. I'm not even sure if this is watchable until the end. You guys, wait, what is this? Oh, this is only climbing? Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on, so do we watch this until the end? Because this is probably long, right? Okay, I guess it's not that long. It's like 9 more minutes. Do we watch this until the end? I don't think there's anything I can say about this. Like, the idea here is for me to give you like tips and tricks on how to beat the campaign quickly. But this is pinto beans with only climbing. This is like the definition of not meta. This is not competitive in the slightest. It's 2 clips. Oh god. Hmm. Yeah, like, you know, this is what I'm talking about. This isn't the easiest watch in the world. I guess it wouldn't be as bad if it wasn't at 10 FPS. And see, the thing is, like, I cannot give you any tips or give anyone any tips from this gameplay because, like, what is there to say about this? Yo, guys, don't play like this. Don't play like this. Do not play at 10 FPS. Do not play with pinto beans in the campaign. Do not pick only climbing. Unless you, of course, are just having fun. Yeah, I guess I can speed it up, because I don't know. Let's do 1.5. Oh, yo, check this out. This player has gotten much better. They're now moving so much faster. You have a better run? Alright, you know what? We'll watch your better run, okay? I don't think there's anything to be gathered from this one. Like, as much as I appreciate you submitting a clip, this is not the greatest of clips. Alright, here comes Stenlix with probably another insane run. This should be interesting. Wait, this is a clip. 18 seconds. Okay, what happens in these 18 seconds? Okay, interlude 1, lockdown. Buddy instantly killed. 2 grubs into the recycler. Not the grub. Oh, that's unlucky. Where did it go? Holy movement. Oh, you got it. Okay, that's decently funny. Okay, here comes the Pierson Slit. 2 clips though. Which one do we watch? PB, new PB, I guess. So I'm not gonna watch 2 of them in a row. Only one of them for now, maybe like second one for later. Can we watch HBO's The Pit? What is The Pit? I have no idea. All right, so I'll watch the 17-minute PB, okay? Dosh? I don't know who Dosh is. Sometimes they do leave the grinder if you give them more than like a second or 2. All right, let's see. 17-minute PB. Okay, this is an actual run. Let's watch this one. An actual run. At actual good FPS. Okay, so we begin with the best room in deep storage, as I've already told you, because it has a guaranteed pill and a granola. Gets to the spot, jumps to the scaffolding, gets in, okay. Having a little bit of trouble with picking it up. That's what the focus mode is for, even though I don't use it myself. Now, if you get this as your first room, I always recommend using the injector and the pill straight away. I don't think it's worth it to keep them. All right, checks the granola in this room, gets it, very nice. Now checks the grub spawn, I imagine. Does not. Okay, does. No grub here, that's okay. So yeah, if you get that room with pills and the injector, just use them straight away, if it's the first room. There's no real reason to keep them. Alright, this room is not so great. No items here. At least it's reasonably... Like, if you were buffed here, if you had the injector still going, you would have been able to make these jumps a lot easier. Okay, slowly moving up. Here you can bap yourself up to the end of the room, but I guess following the ladder is okay. Vendor has nothing. This is the pill room. So in this room you get a couple of bean cans, but the only relevant item that spawns in this particular room is the pill. And it looks like you're gonna miss it. Are you? Yes. So the pill, in order to get it, instead of going here and skipping the room via this side path, you actually go and keep on going on the main path. You get to the food spawns, and above the food spawns there will be a pipe with a possible pill spawn. It is important to check this pipe because you get nothing else from this room. So you might as well check that, like, that singular pill spawn, just in case you get it. How long am I streaming for? Who knows, probably like 2 hours, maybe more. Alright, so which one is this? This is the granola room, right? So we enter. Yes, this is the granola room. And oh, don't tell me you're gonna skip the granolas. They are in the pipe right at the entrance. Oh no, you skipped the granolas. No. Okay, granolas have been skipped. So, and here's the problem. Since they skipped the granolas, they now have very little stamina to climb this straight path up. If you do check the granolas and you get them, you can like go lightning fast all the way to the end of the room because you have enough stamina to do so. Without the granola, well, yeah, it goes like this. You have to conserve your stamina to actually get to the end. Pulse bladder. Ooh, that's interesting. All right, for those of you who don't know, pulse bladder gives you a double jump. A rechargeable infinite double jump, which is super strong. The problem is, with this perk, the double jump itself drains a lot of stamina from both of your hands. And it makes it so even your normal regular jumps, no matter if you are on the ground or not, also drain a little bit of stamina. So essentially this perk is a stamina hog. And even pills are not very effective at like satiating its stamina hunger because the main effect of stamina pills is not stamina regeneration, but stamina cost reduction. But stamina cost reductions do not work on pulse bladder. It will still drain the exact same amount of stamina from you. All right, so for those of you who don't know, this room, the one which begins, right, let's see it. So this room, which begins, you just saw these broken ladders at the bottom in air exchange. This room is the grub hub. Here, you can go up this room. Like, usually you assume you want to go through this blocked off pipe, but if you go up, just like our dear player does right here, you get 4 guaranteed grubs and 2 guaranteed injectors. This is the best room in air exchange. This is probably like the most items you can get in this game in general from one room. I don't think there's a single other room which gives you this amount of good items. Guaranteed. And once you get those, you go here, and usually since you just got 4 grubs, you want to use 1 grub right here, just to skip this entire room, because it is a little bit complicated doing this normally. So yeah. And now you can see the side effects of pulse bladder. This was just normal climbing, but our dear player is now completely out of stamina. So that's pulse bladder for you. Unless you are an absolute master of using beans on the fly, do not get this perk. The pills will not help here. You need like infinite beans and be able to actually use them on the fly. All right. Let's see what we have. Can I unmute the stream actually? So we have audio. Yes, I can. So vendors have a grub, an injector, and an eye. This is very good. This is great. Injector and grub are useful anywhere. And you need the eye right here to enter the secret in the elevator shaft as quickly as possible. This was probably worth re-rolling. Ligament restructure is a very good perk, but this is definitely worth re-rolling just to try and get metabolic stasis. Does not use the eye to get into the secret, instead uses a grub. Very suboptimal, but that's okay. It does take some getting used to use the eye to get here. Trackpad gaming. Wait. No, there's no way this is trackpad gaming. No, this is the mouse. Which experimental perks you should look for instead? If you are trying to play to your absolute best, if your goal is to like get the absolute most score you can get, you either look for Metabolic Overdrive. The downside of it is it only lasts 8 minutes, so you want to end the game in those 8 minutes. If you're not good enough for that, look for Conditioned Polyphagia. It will require you to constantly collect and eat food, but it lasts forever if you can actually find the food. That perk is technically better than Overdrive, but it is a little bit more annoying since you have to constantly be on the lookout for food. How to get Ruby Roaches? This is a competitive mode specific mechanic where you can customize your lockers and you will always get the same item from them. You need to enable experimental features to get that option. Alright, so reroll here. Why are you not... Alright, you should be rerolling. These are okay perks, the ones that you're getting, but you want to be rerolling for metabolic stasis. Alright, so that was like an okay shoot. Now let's see this shaft. When you are skipping the shoot, because the timer runs at triple the speed in the shoot, you want to finish it as quickly as possible. So whatever items you have on you, you use all of them just to finish it, like as quickly as you can get. As quickly as you can. And see, because you don't have metabolic stasis, your grub ran out early here, so you had to do it normally. Which is not the end of the world in the shaft. Do you still have grubs? I don't remember. Or was this the last one? Oh, that was the last one. Okay, in this case, you should have definitely kept it for the pier. See, you don't get the grub here. And then you have to do the pier normally. You always want to keep one grub for the pier, because piers are very easily skipped with just one grub and an injector. But now, we will witness a normal pier playthrough. There is a guaranteed injector here in the middle between these two concrete, like these big concrete structures. Let's see if you actually go for it. So, oh, whoops, I clicked on something. So, the injector is on this metal connection, this metal scaffolding that connects the two big concrete pillars. The injector is right on top of it. How often do I do these run reviews? Every time I stream. Oh, you love the content. Thank you. Anytime I'm live, I am waiting for somebody to submit the clips. If there are no clips, I just play my own runs. If there are clips, we are watching the clips. If you want to submit yours, there should be links to my Discord. Drop your recordings into the run submission channel. It's going to be open whenever I'm live, and we'll watch yours. Alright, that was, all things considered, a decent pier. Okay, there was a grub there. Now, okay, so you keep buying pills. Don't buy pills. Keep your roaches for perk rerolls. Yeah, you better start rerolling. Like, try to keep rerolling until you get metabolic stasis. And as for the vendors, try to prioritize injectors above all, and then also grubs if you need them. Buying pills, like at this point in the game, buying pills is just not worth it at all. Delta Labs is fairly easy on your stamina, and you won't need the pills in the Abyss at all. Cade04, thank you for the follow. Alright, this is the low gravity room, as I've said. Oh my goodness. I reached my followers goal. Okay, Twitch, you didn't need to scare me like that. Alright, so something to commentate here in the low gravity room. So you enter it, and you instantly go and kill the turrets. This is fine. What I would recommend doing instead, as I've mentioned in my last video, crouching completely counters the turrets. Whenever you are crouched, they would just won't see you at all unless you're right in front of them. So what you can do instead here is just jump straight for this vent while crouched. You jump and then instantly crouch, so you fly through the air while crouched. This will ensure that the turrets will just never see you, and you save time on not having to kill them. Other than that, this was a good room completion. Oh, the ads are going. Why are the ads so frequent? Has it been an hour already? I guess I'll pause the review for now. I don't want my Twitch fellas to miss out. Alright, my dear YouTubers, do you have any questions? Sorry for the scare. Yeah, That did scare me. I probably need to disable sound effects on those goals. Because... Oh my god! Kate just subscribed with Prime. You know, I don't know what that means yet. I am very new to Twitch. But I do know that it means that you're epic and you're supporting me, which means a lot. Thank you, Kate. Double screamer. I am very new to Twitch. I still need to figure out like what all this means and whatnot. I've only started streaming like a week ago. Yo, Twitchers, are the ads gone? Oh my god, flippers. Thank you for the sub. Money don't grow on trees, so I appreciate every single one of your subs. I know that money isn't easy to come by, so thank you. Hype train? What is a hype train? I don't know what's a hype train, but it started. What is a hype train? Oh my god. Piesan Lee, thank you. Thank you very much for your sub. Money don't grow on trees. Thank you. What is Prime though? I don't know. I don't know what's Prime. Yeah, I understand the basic functioning of it, that people sub monthly for money, but I don't know what's Prime or what's a hype train. Okay, but the ads are gone, right? So we can just continue. All right, thank you everyone who subbed once again. Thank you very much. So we enter this is the Bowls device room, right? Yeah, this is the variant of this room with the huge electric thing at the end. This very first vent that's right above you, it has the injector spawn. Now let's see, will you check this injector spawn? No, you ignore it. It's not guaranteed that injectors, so it's not the end of the world, I suppose, but you do want to check it, because at this point, you are gearing up to go into Abyss, and injectors are super high value in the Abyss. I made you discover this game? Well, I hope you got a lot of fun from this game, just as I did. This was the idea, by the way. I only started doing these videos to get more people to know this game, to have more people to play with, because my local circle, so to speak, nobody was playing Knuckle. So I was like, you know, I want more people to play this game. Let me try like doing some videos for it. And now, hey, we're doing these streams. I'm watching your guys' runs. It's all great. All right, here comes the Abyss. So again, once you get here, right, if you're playing competitive mode, or even regular, it doesn't matter which artifact here. The new meta is to just sacrifice the artifact instantly to get overwhelmed. It doesn't even matter. Just grab the closest artifact and just go. I am, by the way, very sad about this meta, because that makes the game a little bit more boring, because people just dump their artifacts instantly. But it is what it is. Something I want to mention about Overwhelmed, which I actually was mistaken about in one of my videos. Overwhelmed does not reduce your stamina by 50% like it says. It only cuts your stamina by 33%. So it's not 50. It is not as punishing as it is intended to be. Having a blast, hell yeah. We're all about having a blast here. Alright, picking the flare gun here is okay. If you're not like a super cracked speedrunner, picking up the flare gun here is okay. The flare gun is a very useful item in the Abyss. It's just that, like, you know, on high-level speedruns, people either only pick up the flare gun itself or just ignore it completely. Hello, Griff. Welcome. Griff is yet another Knuckle streamer. If you're interested in some Endless gameplay, Griff is often streaming, and in fact, Griff is the one who got me into Endless, so I'm thankful to him for that. Alright, so at this point, you might as well, yeah, drop the hammer. Do you still have the flashlight? No, okay. You can drop the pills too. You don't need the pills in the Abyss. Oh, never mind. I forgot you have pulse organ. Okay, maybe you do need the pills, even though they won't help all that much. Okay, so since you have overwhelmed, now you have 2 double jumps. A side effect of pulse organ, if you don't know, not pulse organ, pulse bladder, the experimental perk. So the experimental perk, pulse bladder, says that it uses stamina whenever you use its double jump. However, what it actually does is it makes all of your double jumps cost stamina. So if you have multiple double jumps, like our hero has right here, stamina gets drained on every single one of them. So Pulse Bladder is like, it's a perk which is balanced very much. It is probably way too balanced. Oh god. Okay. Survival. It's not over yet. You can still do it. Hard mode endless? Yeah, probably not. Thanks, but no. I'm fine with just doing speedrunning the campaign and doing regular endless. I'm good for now. Okay, so yes, this transition to Deadman's Handle, you climb that pole and you jump to the side with the tram, because the side with the tram is the side that has the 2 injectors on top there, on that building that sticks out. Goes for the injectors, runs out of stamina because Pulse Bladder, gets the 2 injectors, good RNG, and now we fly. Something of note, when you are in Abyss, if you are like super injected or have a lot of jumps and you're flying, if you are flying, always crouch after you jump and keep crouched while you're flying. When you're crouched, you get less air resistance, less drag, which makes you travel much further. After you jump, crouch. Okay. Good flare boosts. Now, technically, you would have gotten more distance out of these boosts if instead of boosting directly down, you boosted slightly behind you. But straight down is also okay, it's easier. Okay, this tile has a possible injector spawn on top of there, as well as a explosive rebar. The injector does not spawn. On that section, if you choose to go here, there is a guaranteed pill spawn. Which you miss. Well, that's unfortunate. The pills, unironically, would have probably helped you here, just to get a little bit more stamina. Okay, this explosive rebar, what is its purpose? Let's see, will you boost yourself? Yes. Kind of. And that is the end of the run. What was it? 17 minutes? Overall, the gameplay is solid. Obviously, like, you have a lot of room for improvements, but the gameplay is solid. I think you would improve more if you were just going for meta perks instead of just, like, random perks. So, like, try rerolling for better experimentals, try rerolling for better regular perks, and prioritize injectors in the vendors. You do that, you'll be golden. Is there any other uses for crouching aside from turrets? Ooh, random fella 46. Thank you for the follow. that's a great name. So aside from engaging stealth mode and getting less drag in the air, no, crouching doesn't have any other uses, not really. In fact, outside of those 2 things, you don't want to crouch. Because if you're crouched and touching a surface, you get like infinite drag, which slows you down to a crawl. So outside of those 2 cases, you don't want to crouch. Alright, let's see. Do we have any more submissions? Shadow has a submission. First sub 9. You're watching me on both YouTube and Twitch. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Alright, Shadow, let's watch your run. First, sub 9. Alright, these are... Okay, yeah. No, we'll get to you, Archangel, don't worry. We'll get to yours. Alright, so this, I assume, will be quite a cracked run. So the player right here has probably the Golden Nugget, the Moon Rocks, which are the 2 trinkets that you should always be using in the competitive mode, and the most painless binding in campaign, which is half inventory. You chat quitted. It's okay. If you want to get into competitive, get used to restarting. Restarting is the name of the game when you're going for high scores. If you don't like restarting, then competitive running is probably just not for you. Alright, first room, the granola room. Gets the granola. Very nice. Makes the way straight up. Let me make it a bit more loud, I guess. Okay, this is the quite a short but kind of useless room. Only has a food spawn here. There's also a secret in this room with a possible scanner, but like nobody ever goes there because who wants a scanner? The granola room with a double granola spawn. Oh god, that's some good RNG. Keeps the second one for later. Good thinking. Gets to the top, no problem. This is the guaranteed injector room. You go to this tile, which has a ladder and this vent going up. You climb the vent, and from it you can jump to the metal scaffold. On it is a guaranteed injector. The break room already? Oh, wow. Overdrive, yes, I prefer the overdrive. I think I would have picked overdrive here too. Polyphagia technically is better, but going for food is annoying. Alright, air exchange. Air exchange is suboptimal. Air exchange in general is a region that has just less items than shatter chambers, unless you get very lucky with the rooms. This one, for example, only has a granola and a grub spawn, but they are both kind of rare. Actually, they are very extremely rare. This room has nothing. This room is just a timing check. Like, see? Oh, gets grabbed, misses the cycle. Oh, you're gonna miss the second cycle. Oh, never mind. This room has nothing. This room exists only to annoy you. Okay, that's the end of air exchange. On to the interlude lockdown. Two bugs and lockers, of course. You know, at first, when the customizable lockers came out as a feature, I assumed a possible meta would be 1 Ruby Roach and 1 Explosive Rebar to gamble if you get a good vendor to try to get 2 injectors. But I haven't seen anyone use that yet, so I guess I was wrong. It's just 2 Ruby Roaches. Okay, I zoned out. What was it? Metabolic Stasis? It was. Okay. Best perk. Best perk, best perk. We're getting all the best perks. Ooh. A little bit of a mess up here. Which forces you to use a grub, which is very unfortunate, as grubs are extremely high value early in the run. But hey, what can you do? Alright, let's see this shoot. The shoot is very easy for anyone of you who are wondering. If you play it a couple of times, you will quickly understand that the idea is to just follow these like fissures, or what do you call them? The main problem of the shoot is really just getting lucky with crusher cycles, to not get smashed by them. That is the only challenge of the shoot. If you can figure that out, you will be able to complete it in like no time. If it takes you like, I don't know, 5 minutes to complete Pipeworks, or maybe less, well, you will complete shoot in like 2 minutes. Maybe even 1. Alright, let's see this shaft. Still a grub here. There is an argument for saving this grub for the pier, but no, we're gambling here. We're using the grub here and hoping, praying, that there's a grub in the vendor right before the pier. Okay, good shaft, no complaints. Okay, let's see if you actually get the grub. I assume you do. This is probably a good run, right? You don't. An injector is still good though. Oh, there's a second vendor in this variant of the Hunted Pier. There might be a grub in the vendor. So first of all, of course, there is this guaranteed injector in between the containers here. You do not go for the vendor. Oh, okay. I guess that's fine. But I think it is worth checking. Like, if you bother to go for the injector in between the containers, you might as well check the vendor on your way back. Yeah, good shaft. Good shaft. The vendor in Delta Labs lobby is actually not worth checking in my opinion, so this is the correct decision to not check it and just go forward. Even though it's a tier 2 vendor... Ooh, thank you for the follow. Mutra TV. Alright, I don't think the injector spawn was checked here, right? Unless I'm mistaken. So at the beginning of the Pulse device room, yes, the injector spawn was ignored. That is a mistake that you should probably work on. Because you are playing at this high of a level now, you do want to start looking into every single injector spawn that you can come across. Alright, this is a great room. This one just guarantees an easy injector. It's right here. No need to look for it. And you go the wrong way. The classic mistake. In this room, once you grab the free injector and you go towards this ladder, at the end of the ladder, turn around. There is a much easier path that goes around, not around, but if you turn around at this vent, at the end of it, there is a vent that follows a much easier path than following this one. Now, this path can be equally as fast if you exit right here without going to the very top of this vent. However, this exit will sometimes be blocked. It is completely random. Sometimes there will be a door here blocking this exit. And if it spawns, then you will spend a lot more time climbing this way. It is always easier to just turn around at that ladder and go the other way. Okay. This room is... This is the double third section room. It is not a great room because no items spawn here, although it is at least easy. Ooh, having chips, watching stream, that is a good time. You know, I don't have any. I'm hungry. Alright, yeah, just get any artifact, it doesn't matter. Cheeky little spear boost right here, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Activating the button with the spear. But now the spear gets stuck. Alright, sack the spear. The flare gun gets ignored, which is fine. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Only the eyes here. What about the other vendor? Okay, injector. You know, if you didn't buy the granola here... Again, once again, trolled by the granola. If you didn't buy this granola here, you would have enough roaches to buy an explosive rebar, which would allow you to blow up the small vendor and potentially get 2 injectors. God, what is up with everybody buying granolas on these runs? Are you actually like legitimately on purpose trying to troll me? What's my playtime in PB? My PB is just below 8 minutes. I think 7:55 or something like that. I don't really grind the campaign outside of streams. I'm like, whenever I play off stream, I'm mostly an endless player now. So I got that 7:55 on stream. Alright, so there was a double injector, all is good. Another possible injector right here. If you want to remember, so when you're flying through Abyss, this like R-shaped tower with a flower at its base is the one that has an injector on it. This injector is not guaranteed. And in fact, if you get this as your last Abyss tile, yeah, see, it's not there. If you get this as your last Abyss tile, I would recommend not even going for it. At this point, you might as well just finish the campaign, because it can be very awkward to stop and grab it. You might lose more time than you actually save by using that injector. What is more preferable at Endless? They are very different modes. I don't think one is better than the other. Grinding campaign is more about these like super tight and fast runs. Endless is more about scaling over time. I think they're both fun. Now overall, this was a good run. A great run even, because it's a sub 9. Sub 9, that's very good. And when I say sub whatever, that refers to the time. So sub 9 in this case is less than 9 minutes. A good run, some things to fix here, but overall, this has been good. It's because you have horrible item luck and you buy granolas because of it? I don't know. I wouldn't buy them unless it's the very last vendor. And even then, like as I've said right here, if you did not buy granolas at the last vendor here, where is it? It's right here, right? So you get here, and you have enough money to buy the injector and the explosive rebar, I think. So you get 2 eyes. Oh, you get the eye and the granola. But if you didn't, you would be able to buy this injector and this explosive rebar, which you then would be able to throw at this very vendor. And depending on how lucky you are, you could get 1 or 2 injectors out of it, instead of just 1 granola. That is something to consider. Will I do video of tips on Endless? That is planned. I wanted to do it soon, in fact, but the problem is, I am afraid that whenever the Nest update releases, it might change everything and make this guide like instantly outdated. So I'm not sure yet. I might like postpone it until after the Nest release. How does focus mode work? Essentially, whenever you press the button and hold it, you will only be able to pick items when clicking. You will not be able to grab onto terrain, onto handholds. Whenever the focus mode is activated, you can only pick up items or interact with like switches and those kinds of things. You will not be able to grab onto terrain. And this is useful in a couple of spots. I'm still learning to use it myself. Yeah, extra content. I don't know. I don't want to do 2 guides in a row on the same thing. Okay. Any other clips? Here comes Sugoshi with a 9:24 run. Is it timestamped correctly? 9:24, but it begins at like 3 minutes? No, I don't think it's timestamped correctly. The start is here, at the very start. All right, fellas, bathroom break. I will be back with you in like 30 seconds. Okay, toilet stream is over. I'm back. Okay, let's check out the Sugoshi's run. Probably a very good run. 9:24, that's a good time. Okay, first room is the Barnacle room. This is an amazing room if the secret spawns, and I assume it does. No, it does not. All right, so they just checked the place where the secret spawns. It's right here on the second circle. And this time it is blocked. It feels like whenever I play, it spawns blocked way more often than it used to be, but I would probably restart. If I get this room as the first room and the secret is not there, I would have restarted. So good on you for actually persevering. So granola room, go up here and jump into the pipe. Yes. This user is a granola knower. The granola spawn knower. Hello, bad ending 2196. Why is it a bad ending? We are only here for good endings. Okay, pops the second granola. Boost to the other side. There's actually a better boost now, which I learned from that lazy boy. Unfortunately, I cannot exactly edit my video. Okay, so we got a great perk, okay-ish items, explosive rebar and grub, that's all good. The grub is always nice early on. The explosive rebar can potentially be converted into good items if we get any good vendors. All right, the grub hub. Okay, this one grub will be converted into 4 grubs into injectors right here. Although I would have, in your place, probably used the explosive rebar here. Well, maybe not. Okay, doesn't matter. Gets the loot, proceeds to the next room. Turn my channel points to roaches. I think people have already done that. All right, so here, right, you just grabbed 4 grubs. Instead of doing this room normally, the second section of it, just grab right here and just go all the way to the end of it. That saves you so much time instead of doing this, just like running around. Even though you got the granola here, I think you would have saved so much time by doing this room with a grub. A mod to apply sun and galaxy effect to other skins. I think I've seen something like that. I have no idea though. Who was it? It's Griff, right? It's Griff who plays with the grippers, the feet hands, which also have like this space galaxy effect. Okay, hang on, what's this? What do you think about the idea of granola only %? Only granolas. Well, I like it. You know, just don't buy granolas on competitive runs, okay? I will support your granola only runs, but please don't buy granolas on your regular runs. Grabs the... Oh, what the... What is this vendor? Are you guys actually just trolling me with these recordings? What is this? What in the world is this vendor? The Omega granola vendor. And you even buy 2 of them. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Yeah. Gets stasis. That's 12 roaches down the drain for these 2 granolas. Like, you get a free granola right here. Why do you need to buy 2 of them? Okay, 4 grubs. Gets all the items from the secret. Let's see this shoot. This shoot should be no problem. Oh, goodness gracious, with these granolas. 12 roaches. And you get 2 granolas that are probably... The buffs are probably worn off by now. Okay, decent shoot traversal. Gets lucky with this cycle. Unlucky with the second cycle though. But at least you don't die. The run is still good. Kind of went the wrong way, which probably means you need to pop another grub here. Or finish the shoot normally. I guess you will choose to finish it normally. How many grubs do you have though? If you have 3, you might as well have used another here. Because you only need 2 at this point. 1 for the shaft and 1 for the pier. So if you have 3, you might as well have used 1 to finish the shoot. Okay, injector here and the pill. I guess the pill is okay, just to ensure that you will do the shaft with no stamina problems. Okay, so you did have 3 grubs. Yeah, it was worth it to use the second grub in the shoot, just to finish it quickly. Is there audio? No, there's no audio in this recording, okay. Can't see anything. The flashlight has not been cranked. Oh, was somebody asking about how to access chute? Yeah, to access the chute, you need to first beat the game at least once. Then you need to proceed to Delta Labs lobby and look into the secret in the... Like, there's a cheeky secret in the right toilet. In that secret, you will find a computer which has a code for the chute. Okay, good peer. Went for the injector. I'm proud of you. People who check the injector spawns, I love you. I'm proud of you. People who buy granolas from vendors, I respect your decisions, but I don't know if I love you. All right, this is a great room. Has a guaranteed injector. Will you turn around at the ladder? No. Okay, as I've already said, I'm not gonna go over this again. Add this ladder, turn around, go the other way. It's a much easier path. Oh wait, you don't even need to beat the campaign to unlock the shortcuts? Really? I didn't know that. Lini-cuh ads. Yeah, I have ads now. I didn't even enable them myself. I think it's just like enabled by default. Ooh, gets grabbed by the hand. That's okay. You still have one eye charge. Teleporting with the eye or the translocator instantly makes the hands let go. So if you're struggling with hands in Delta Labs, having a blink eye ready or a translocator is a decent counter. All right, is this... Yeah, that's the horrible room. Yeah, this is... If you have a grub, you use a grub here. There is no point in playing it normally. In fact, the timepiece also counters the hands. If you just tap the timepiece, the hands will let go. So it could actually be somewhat useful in Endless. If you play Endless Habitation and you get the timepiece, well, you might as well keep it for a little bit. Like early in the... what are they called? Not the cycles. Early on, okay. Okay, not the best low gravity rooms. So what even happened here? So you grab the injector, and then, oh, okay, so you fail the jump to the table, and then you fail the jump to the turrets, and then you get to the turrets. Yeah, the loops. And then you inject, and you go up. Okay, a little bit scuffed, but that's fine. No biggie. Okay, so that's the end. Yeah, should have probably kept that injector. Oh, that's a little awkward. Should have probably kept that injector for the Abyss, since this was your last Delta Labs room. But hey, what can you do? So you have one injector and one explosive... Oh, no. Oh, what? Not one, 3 injectors. Okay, that is very solid. Let's see how good your vendor luck is. So 1 injector here. Oh, and you're out of roaches. Yeah, that's why you should not have purchased those 2 granolas. Yeah, now you get grubs. Now you get grubs. Because you wasted all your roaches on the granolas. Okay. Going fast. Consider crouching, as I've said. Yep. Looks like there is some crouching going on here, but only a slight amount. Whenever you are flying through the air, you want to always be crouched. Not just sometimes, but whenever you are airborne, you want to be crouched. At least here in Abyss. Yeah, they are great. I love the granolas. Like, granolas are like probably one of the most underrated items in White Knuckle. Oh, bad RNG. Only 1 injector here. That is tragic. I like granolas. I love granolas. But only when I get them for free. Not when you buy them for 6 roaches. God. 6 roaches for a granola. That's a ripoff. What benefit does crouching midair do? So I've explained this like, I think 10 minutes ago. When you crouch midair, when you're flying, your air drag, your air resistance gets reduced. So if you're flying through the air while crouched, you fly a lot farther than if you did not crouch. Whenever you in the Abyss or playing Endless Abyss, crouching whenever you're airborne is very important to get more distance out of your jumps. All right. So this is 9:24. It's good. I've I've said everything I had complaints about. Overall, this is a good run. No complaints here. You know, anything that's less than 10 minutes, in my book, that means you are a good player. Maybe even a very good player. So no complaints. There are things you could improve, but overall, it's a good run. Now, let's see, who's next? That was Sugoshi. If you stop crouching midair, does it re-increase? Yes. The drag applies instantly. If you're not crouched, you just go at normal speed with normal drag. If you crouch, whenever you are crouched, you get reduced air resistance. So you want to be crouched all the time. You want to jump without crouching first, though. You do a normal jump and then you crouch. Because if you jump while crouching, it's gonna make you make your jump a lot worse. So next is Archangel. Yes, we're finally getting to you, Archangel. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, it's this weird modded run. Read the description before watching the video. It has notes that I want you to read. Oh god. Bunny jumping? Yeah, you could absolutely like incorporate this tech into your regular gameplay. But that's it's kind of hard, not gonna lie. So just focus on doing this whenever you're doing long jumps in the abyss. Okay, notes before we start. I am using a modified version of the game this round, not valid for the leaderboards. The mod removes all major threats, goop, teeth, hands, face, nothing else is changed. Is that the notes? Okay. So, this is the game without any enemies. Well, at least not the big enemies. I mean, okay. We can watch it. Enemies don't really do anything in competitive runs anyway. So we might as well watch it. Okay, that's an unconventional... Oh, hang on. That's an unconventional locker setup. So this is like standard, right? Half inventory, golden nugget, moon rocks. Moon rocks are getting nerfed 100%. I can't wait for the day the moon rocks get nerfed. So yeah, the standard setup is just 2 ruby roaches in the lockers right here. But Archangel here has a grub, which is interesting. I don't think that's worth it, actually. But if that's your preference, go for it. I don't think it's worth it because grubs are very common in these early stages of the game. Unless you get, like, horrible RNG. Like, I think there is a grub right here which you missed. Right? I don't think you will go for it. Yeah, no. So this room has a possible grub spawn. And you can just see it. Hang on. There, I could see it. You see it? Do you guys see it? Do you guys see the grub? It's right here. Who can see the grub? Let's play a little game. Who can find the grub on this frame? That's right. It's in the pipe. This room can spawn a grub right here in the pipe, so it is worth checking. So as I've said, I don't think it's worth putting grubs into your lockers, because grubs are very common in both, well, mostly in deep storage, but they are fairly common in, what's it called? Shatter chambers as well. Yeah, that specific spawn is kind of weird, but you might as well go for it. Okay, so this is the guaranteed injector room. It's not too hard to go for that grub spawn, by the way. You can... I made a slight mistake in my full Knuckle guide. There is actually a very easy way to get there. So I think, like, if you see that it's there, it is worth going for it. Alright, this is the guaranteed pill room. The pill will always be here. As long as you're on the right side at least. And there's also a possible grub spawn. The grub did not spawn, and you ignored the pill spawn, I assume. By going through the middle section. That's why it is not recommended to go through the middle section. Yep, you skipped the guaranteed pipe. Not pipe. Pills. Okay, the useless room with no items. This was an okay rebar skip. As I've said, there is a better rebar skip. I might demonstrate it if I play around myself. I did show it when I played yesterday. Yeah, there's a guaranteed pill spawn in the dark red room. Wait, which way did you go in this room? Excuse me? Okay, so both of these container rooms, right? With like multiple containers embedded in the walls. They have granolas in these openings in the first row that's closest to you. But you went to the wrong side. If you enter one of these container rooms and it has this like long handhold right below the opening, that's where the granola spawns. It's not on this side, it's there. You spent 10 hours learning tech and going through Discord threads back and check the update. Oh, yeah, and I made a 2-hour video. Well, that's the idea, right? I wanted to have like a resource that everybody can like reference if they are learning the game and they're not sure how to go through rooms. That guide is not great. Like, since then many new routes have been developed and I improved myself, so I would like remake it if I could, but I don't think it's worth it at this point. Maybe after the Nest update? I'm not sure. Alright, this is a reroll. This is a definite reroll into Overdrive. Wait, huh? Where did all your roaches go? So you reroll once, right? So you should still have 15 roaches. But the vendors are all red. Wait, how come you have 0? Excuse me? Do you start with less than 20? Oh, I missed it. You bought the grub in the eye. Oh, okay. Is it guaranteed spawn? Which one? Oh, the pill spawn? In the dark red room? Yes, it's a guaranteed pill spawn. Oh wait, granola spawn back in that storage room. No. In both of those container... Okay, hang on, I gotta comment on this. If you get this room, this is a horrible room to get, even though it has a lot of items. Like, if you go that way, there's like a very high chance for a grub and an injector. And there's this secret with items. You don't want to hit any of these item spawns. You get this room, you just go straight up. Use items if you have to, just skip this room. It is especially not worth going into this secret. It is way too slow. On Endless, yes, it is worth going in here. On campaign runs, absolutely not. Alright, and the granola spawns in the container storage rooms. In both of those rooms, with like multiple containers embedded into walls, they both have granola spawns essentially in the same spots, in the first openings, in the first row, but none of them are guaranteed. One room has a 40% spawn, 40% chance spawn. The other room has two 20% spawns. So they're not guaranteed, but like that's the only item you get from them, so you might as well check them. Okay, which is this? This is the injector variant. Yes, and you don't even though you do know about the injector spawn, which is God, I can't talk anymore. This is the injector spawn. This panel that's sticking out. In here, there's an injector spawn. Unlucky though, unlucky, you don't get it. There's also a grub spawn right above it. Oh, thank God you notice it. Okay, and now we get to the new room. Or, you know, new-ish room. This one has been introduced with the Abyss update. This room has nothing. You get 2 food cans at the start of it, at the very bottom, and that's it. You don't get anything else from this room. Now, using a grub to skip it, though, I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know. I probably would have saved the grub. These are some unfortunate vendors. No injectors, and even more unfortunate drops from exploding them. So you have no injectors, you have nothing to work with. Now you will get a guaranteed injector out of the secret, of course, but... Oh yeah, you kind of forgot about the roaches, huh? And your second one is a... Wait, you have the grub in that locker. What, you're not gonna get the grub? Because grubs are for noobs, and you don't get metabolic either. Oh god, that's a painful run. Oh, ooh. Okay, I can see that this was an attempt at entering the elevator secret. Yeah, that's not how you do it. That's not how you enter the secret with the eye. Should I demonstrate it? Alright, you know, let's do it. So, let me just show you straight away how to do it. Let me boot up the game. For everybody who's watching, I'm going to show you how to get into the secret with the blink eye. I think that's good knowledge to have for everybody. This is, by the way, one of the things you're looking for when you are early in your run. When you're going through silos and either air exchange or shadow chambers, you're looking for vendors that have the eye. You need to buy at least one blink eye to get quickly into the shaft secret, so you don't have to use a grub for it. Alright, let's just start whatever run. Let's enable cheats. Teleport. What's it called? I think it's this, right? Yeah. So we're here, right? So let's disable the Lini-cuh. Lini-cuh stop. And now spawn item. What's it called? Item blink eye? Yeah. Let's get a couple of blink eyes. Yo, can I open this? Hello? No click. Alright, so the first thing, would I recommend finishing the run or restarting after a massive mess up? If you are going for absolute best time, personal best, yes, I would recommend restarting. Otherwise, I would just keep going. Alright, so first thing you need to understand, the way blink eyes work. Like, you can use them normally. Charge them, release. Charge, release. If you just smash the button, it's not gonna work. You charge and release. What you can do with blink eyes instead is charge the initial teleport, and as soon as you release the button, keep clicking again. Instantly click again 2 times. This way, you teleport, you machine gun all 3 charges instantly. And you need that to get into the secret. The idea of getting into the secret with the eyes is very simple. So, as you've just seen, right? Let me enable God mode, actually. You can like... What's this? Go away? Yeah. Alright, so you've seen on some of these recordings, like people jump out, and as they're jumping out, they're using the eye. This is a bad way of doing it, unless you are like cracked at the game. What you want to do, get the blink eye ready, grab the top of this door frame, pull yourself up, look directly up towards the secret, and then machine gun the eye, and jump as well. Let me demonstrate that again. Oh wait, no clip. You come here, you grab the top of the door frame, pull yourself up, prepare the blink, jump, and then machine gun the charges. It's a very easy way of getting in here. Alright, that's about all I wanted to show. Let's go back to watching the epic run. Wait, what? Holy shit, hey Holly. Is Holly here or something? I don't see anything. Are my chats broken? Well, I can't see, I can't see the YouTube comments. Holly is here. Oh my god. Hello. Yeah, I'm new to this, okay? I'm multi-streaming. My chats are not working quite correctly. I can only see Twitch comments on my OBS. Let me, where's the chat? Okay, it's here. What did Holly say? Oh, it's a feature Holly implemented specifically for machine gun teleporting. What a nice feature, am I right? That makes it so much easier. Hello, Holly. We are reviewing runs of other players. And they did a little bit of a mess up here while getting into the secret, which prompted me to quickly show off how to do it. Cheesecake, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So this was the attempt. Yeah, not exactly what you want to do. All right, let's see this shoot. Oh yeah, yo Holly, since we're accepting runs from anybody, as long as they are like below 30 minutes, how about you submit yours? You know, surely you have like some trash recording laying around somewhere. Oh my god, got hit by a rock. Okay, so if you don't know, in the shoot, there are these random rocks that sometimes fall down, and if they connect with your hitbox, they actually do damage and knock you off. And that's what happens right here. Caught a rock. Bam. This must have been terrifying. Well, I guess you could submit that run, yes. I'm probably not gonna watch the Minesweeper though, but I will watch the Knuckle run. Alright, so while doing the shoot normally is completely fine, if you don't get at least 1 or 2 grubs while going into here, with like at least 1 injector, preferably, which you will get from the secret, you probably don't want to finish this run at all. If you're going for like the absolute best time you can possibly get. If you're just playing casually, that's totally fine, of course. But if you're not going to use grubs here, then you might as well restart. What do I think of Blink Eyes from a fun and game design perspective? I think Blink Eyes are an amazing item. They are like, they are kind of rough on new players because their mechanics are like not immediately understood. You need to understand that they preserve your momentum, and that means if you have angular momentum, if you're like flying to the right somewhere, it will keep that angular momentum. If you're falling down, you will keep that downwards momentum when you teleport. So it's kind of hard on new players, but once you understand them, they are absolutely amazing. Is it possible to do shoot with 2 injectors, 1 pill and 1 grub? Yes, absolutely. 1 grub is enough if you have metabolic stasis. If you have stasis, you have enough time to get to the very end of it with just 1 grub. Without stasis though, yeah, that's... I would probably just restart or something. You know, in every single one of these runs, like we see shoot, and in every single one of the speedruns, we also see the shoot. Everybody goes shoot, everybody skips Pipeworks, and I've grown to love Pipeworks actually. So, Holly, when are we expecting a shoot nerf? You know, we need some love for Pipeworks. We need some love for the new interlude Ascents. I'm tired of I'm tired of shoots. I can't handle these shoots. Yeah, I hope so too. I get that's not a high priority or anything, since it's more of a like a high-level play issue. But good god, it sucks so much that these new interludes have been introduced and people just never get to experience them. Or, well, they get to experience them, but they never actually play through them. So all the Wild Knuckle recordings end up, like, without these new interludes. And they get, like, no publicity whatsoever. Alright, you know what? I kind of zoned out. What was this? So this is the construction pier, which has lost its metal tower. Oh, I missed the metal tower here so much. Alright, so what you do here, so you skip this initial section, which you really don't want to skip. In this first section, this skeleton building, on the floor second to last, there is a guaranteed vendor. So first of all, you want to check the vendor here. On the last floor of this skeleton building, there is a possible injector spawn. So you go there first without grubbing. You go there first, you check for the injector spawn. If you get it and you have a grub and ideally stasis, or if you have stasis, you can climb straight up into a secret that's on the right. You can just barely see it right there. In that secret, there's another injector. If you have stasis, you grub, you go in there, and you still have enough grub duration to then climb to the end of the pier and get to Delta Labs. This is fine, obviously. Like, you know, you beat it. You skipped it pretty well, but you did miss possibly a lot of injectors. Well, 2. Okay, yeah, this vendor is not worth checking if you're speedrunning. That grub in the vent, for those of you who don't know, I assume everybody knows, right? That vent right there has 2 possible grub spawns. They're a very low chance, but they do appear there quite often. If you have no grubs at all, you might as well grab 1, unless you are on super pace. Grabbing 1 grub here, oh my god. Nice resource, thank you for the follow. Oh, these screamers, they scare me, these notifications. If you have 1 grub here in Delta Labs, that ensures that you can skip some of the more annoying rooms if you get them. Like the evil room, for example. Old, tall, vertical turret room. Alright, so this is the low gravity room, guaranteed injector here. As I've said, when you get to this room, instead of climbing to the turrets and killing them one by one, try to just jump straight to the floating debris and then to this injector while crouched. Jump, then crouch, and check the injector. The turrets will not shoot you if you're crouched. Crouching is super OP against turrets. Oh my god. And don't do that. It is best not to approach turrets frontally and walk right up to them, because if you do that, they kill you in like 1 second. Okay, do you have any advice for someone who's decent at base movement but has very poor item skills? Well, you can either watch my, you know, Knuckle guide where I cover every single relevant item spawn, which probably will help you, but not that much. The most help will be installing the mod that spawns all the items and shows their spawn chances. I don't remember how it's called. It is linked in the pinned comment of my Knuckle guide. You install that mod, and play through all the possible rooms in the game with that mod, and it will be a very good learning experience for you, because you, for yourself, will actually be able to see where the items are. What do I think of Lost Pier? I think Lost Pier is amazing. Oh, the ads are going. I think we're pausing then. I don't want people to miss out. We're pausing. These darn ads. What are they doing running ads on my stream? Ruining the mood. Well, I guess it's a good time to catch up with the comments, though. What do you mean you hate Waste Heap? Well, I do too, actually. I don't think Waste Heap is great. I think visually it's amazing, and for casual play, I think it's also very cool. But for speedrunning, it's not so great. I can't stop ad breaks though. Oh, well then I will lose on some ad revenue, you know? Now then again, it's only, what, like 3 minutes per hour? I think that's fine, right? We can handle 3 minutes per hour. No, drainage is cool. Like, come on. Drainage is a very good region. Drainage is, like, super nice. The only problem is the Crusher Room. If not for the Crusher Room, Drainage would be, like, an absolutely amazing subregion. Alright, has it been 90 seconds yet? Yo, Twitchers. Are you free from the ads yet? Yeah, Lost Spear, like, because you only get Lost Spear in Endless, and in Endless, you are usually, like, hyper turbocharged. You have, like, 10,000 perks. You know, you have Profit Motive, you have Pulse Organs, you have Rabbit DNAs. Having these perks makes Lost Spear just, like, no clip gaming. You just fly. You fly up. There's nothing that's stopping you. You legitimately just fly up. And because of that, I think Lost Spear is very cool. Now, if you have no perks, it gets a bit more challenging, a bit more tricky. But you get a free eye, which is very appreciated there. Because with that free eye, you can skip the tile, which has like this massive overhang. Alright, so what's going on here? So we got some spear usage. So... Oh, you're trying to go for P-beams? Ah. You don't. Interesting. So, I wonder... So why did you attack that turret in the first place? Now, when I refer to P-beams, that first... The very first opening, which has a turret, also has this suspicious-looking vent that closes after 30 seconds of you entering this room. And if you can make it there before it closes, there's something really cool inside. You might want to check it out if you actually get there. Okay, I am lagging. Yeah, I'm dropping frames, huh? Oh, what is happening? Oh my goodness. It's not good, huh? Yeah, it's probably not great. Oh, it's bad. What is happening? Looks like I'm having technical difficulties. I am sorry, and it seems like my connection is not getting any better. I'm dropping frames like crazy. Uh-oh. Yes, that spot I just showed you has the cool beans. I might want to restart my router or something, because I keep dropping frames. This is really bad. Okay, I think we're back. The connection's back to green. No dropped frames. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I have no control over these internet fluctuations. I'm not sure why they even happen in the first place. Maybe that's my provider's way of nudging me to deposit the payment for the next month. That's probably it. All right, let's keep going. Yes, if you missed it, when you get to this tall, the room that begins like this, it has this red sinister glow and it has this anomalous TV suspended in midair. If you get to this room, the very first opening in the wall, which has the turret, so the very first turret is your sign. You get to this first turret, right here, And there is a vent here, right? There's a vent in this opening. Check out this vent. It closes after 30 seconds of entering this room, so you gotta be quick. But do check out this vent. It has some very cool stuff inside. Okay, these Delta Labs have been kind of painful, but hey. Let's see. You get the glove, and you have no roaches. Yeah, that's the problem with not bringing the second ruby roach. You are impoverished. Do try to bring 2 ruby roaches next time, especially considering that you don't even grab... Like, you didn't even use the other grub, you didn't even open its cell. Okay, so now we're doing emergency recycling to afford some items. But what are you trying to buy? Oh, there's an injector. Yeah, I think sacrificing an eye for the injector is worth it. Oh, you go for the gamble. Does the gamble pay off? It does not. Oh, goodness. Oh, God. That was a bad gamble. With the new altar spawn, is it always better to sell the artifact? Yes, it is. Unfortunately, that's the new meta. You sacrifice the artifact immediately because overwhelmed. Yo, is Holly still here? Holly, hello? Probably not, but just in case. I guess she's not here. The thing I wanted to mention, for those who weren't watching earlier, overwhelmed, I made the mistake in my patch overview videos. So I've said that overwhelmed reduces your stamina by 50%. It does not. Due to what I assume is an oversight. Oh, that was a good attempt at skipping. Did not quite work, huh? There must have been some oversight, because overwhelmed does not actually reduce your stamina by 50%. It reduces your stamina by 33%. So it is not as punishing as it might seem. And with that in mind, it essentially just has no downside. Losing 33% of stamina is like nothing. You might as well just always do it. Like, even if it was 50, it would still be worth it to do it essentially always if you're going for high scores. But since it's only 33, it's... Oh, you went to the wrong side, didn't you? Oh yeah, that's the side with the pills, which you missed as well. Yeah, it's the other side that has the injectors. Oh, we're getting lost here. We're getting lost out here in the Abyss. That is the certified Abyss experience. We're getting lost. Okay, we are trying to climb the structure with the possible injector. There's a... yeah. Well, I'm not sure if you know, but this place that you were at just now, there is an injector spawn at the top of this thing. Right here, you can see the explosive rebar that spawned, and on the other side, there's the injector spawn. It's not always here, but it is a good chance. Yeah, this Abyss is, well, that's an Abyss of all time for sure. It's not bad. But, yeah. Probably you might want to work on your Abyss if you want to actually, like, grind for high scores. So this is the final tile, I assume. Whenever you get to Hanging Gardens, you really want to have injectors. Like, you really want at least one injector so you can actually just fly through these sections instead of doing them normally. Now, of course, it helps that you have Rabbit DNA here, which is of great help in Abyss. But you also want the injector. Rabbit DNA on its own can only do so much. There was something in the YouTube chat that I missed. Oh god, I gotta find a way to pull it up separately. People were asking questions. Hello, the real gig. The real judge. Would it be a good strat to not use an injector at Teeth Shaft to keep it for this area? No, I don't think that's a good strat. You have a lot of opportunities to find more injectors after Teeth. Like, you have Lost Pier, which usually has at least one injector. You have Delta Labs, which also have a lot of possible injector spawns. And you have vendors, like a lot of vendors on the way. So this is what? A 19-minute run. Well, can I call this a good run? I think it's a solid run. You know, I won't call it good. You have a lot of things to improve on, but you are making good progress. Lots of things to work on. All right, let's see. What did I miss in the YouTube chat? So somebody was asking, am I planning on doing a video on how to best use items? That is a weirdly specific video idea. Do I want to do that? I don't know. Maybe. Like, there is a competitive specific guide I have planned, so this will probably like incorporate the item use in it. Yeah, you did make a lot of mistakes, but that's okay. Mistakes is how you learn. All right, what's next? We got what were we even watching? Okay, so next is Inogore. An 8-minute run. Let's check it out. 8 minutes. Oh god, that is so close to a sub 8. That is infinitely close to a sub 8. How unlucky did you get this run? Alright, this room. The dark red room. This one has a guaranteed pill. Somebody was asking about it earlier. And it's right here. There's your guaranteed pill. If you want a more detailed explanations how to find it, it's in my Knuckle guide. Yeah, you don't really want to keep onto items, that is correct. You want to, usually you want to use them where relevant. You only want to keep items like early on, like grubs, or the shoot specifically, for shoot, pier, and what's it called? Emergency shaft? God, I keep forgetting its name. Okay, another pill room. I'm very lucky with the pill rooms. Though I assume you're not even going to check the pill spawn here. Yep, just going straight to the finish line. I mean, you already have a pill. I don't think you need the second one. So that's a good decision, I think. Here comes the overdrive and injector. Okay, this room has a grub, 2 pill spawns, and an injector spawn. Let's see how many of these things will you actually get. You do get the grub. Will you go for the stamina? No. Will you go for the injector? Yes, and the injector is here. Okay, all good so far. Okay, this is... I think this is the pills and injector room, which neither of you check, which is fine. The injector is a very low spawn chance there anyway. And the pills are not guaranteed either. I think this FOV is doable in vanilla game, right? I don't think this is anything super crazy. I think you can do like, what, 110 in the vanilla game without mods. Though this... is this more than 110? I have no idea. Alright, metabolic stasis straight away, very nice. Do you have the eye? I forget. You don't have the eye. Okay, so that means you have to use a grub here, which sucks. But technically speaking, you should be fine with 3 grubs, right? If you can do shoot with only 1 grub, then you're good. Let's see. Let's see, do you have what it takes to complete the shoot with only 1 grub? Now, I assume you do. You do play well. This is definitely more than 110. I guess so. I can't really tell at a glance. Okay, yes, you do this shoot in 1 grub, no problem. Second metabolic straight away. Amazing RNG. We freaking out. This is 140? Okay. Was it worth buying a grub here? I don't know. I don't think it was worth it. Like, you will do this shaft in 1 grub for sure, right? And then you only need 1 for the pier. So the final grub, I guess it's nice to have for Delta Labs. But maybe it would have been worth it to save the roaches for possible injector purchases. Yeah, 1 shot, 1 grub shoot is very doable, very doable. If you have stasis, of course. If you don't have stasis, not really. Alright, in this pier you just go straight forward with the grub. You grab the injector on your way. Yes. And then you just finish the climb. Extremely simple. Do you go for the vendor? You do. I don't think this vendor is actually worth checking. So consider just not going for it. And you don't need this grub either, like, what are you gonna do with so many grubs in Delta Labs? 1 is good to have, but 2? That's probably too much. Oh, there was a granola purchase? I didn't even notice. Okay, good room. Free injector. Okay, well, let me repeat myself for the 3rd time. You climb this ladder here after the injector, and you turn around at the end of this ladder, and you go the other way, which is the much easier and faster way than going through this vent. Like here you got lucky and you like exited the vent early, but sometimes that early exit will be locked by a door that randomly spawns there. Which is why it is not recommended to go this way. Okay, so the Ball's device room, the electric ball, has an injector spawn, which you just kind of miss. You don't even look at it. Well, it's not even in the frame, but it is on the very first event that you can reach at the start of the room. So a potential missed injector here. Okay, another potential injector here. Let's see if you get it. No injector, unlucky. That's why you check all the injector spawns. You know, some of them will not spawn, so you need to look at every single one just to have as many injectors as you can possibly have for the Abyss. Well, overall, aside from that skipped injector, good Delta Labs. Let's see what we shall have in the Abyss. Injector here, very nice. Translocator is actually the best item to sacrifice because you can teleport at the start here, which saves you like a second or two. Okay, 1 injector, and that's it. So 3 injectors, and you see, you didn't use one of those grubs. Do not buy grubs if you're going into Delta Labs. You don't need them there. It's nice, but you don't need them. Well, I guess you didn't really have anything else to purchase at the end of the run, I suppose. But still, it is not a good play. Grub cuteness. To have the grub in your inventory as just like an emotional boost. I guess that works.
Vital hazard classification 7 confirmed.
Oh yes, Archangel. You have a lot to work on. General skill is something you can always improve, just your movement. But obviously, like, if you check more item spawns and use... I think you also need to go for better perks. The perks you pick there... Okay, this is a very good jump. Yo, this Abyss is good. If only you had more injectors, this Abyss would have been even better. That is a very good Abyss. Excellent routing. Not perfect, but like close. Is flare usage still viable with having overwhelmed early? So here's the thing, right? Okay, first of all, great run, almost a sub 10. So close to a sub 10. But not quite. Not quite. Great run. So, flare gun usage. Usually it's not worth picking up the flare gun in Teeth Shaft if you're speedrunning. You don't need it there, and you don't really need the flare gun in Delta Labs either. But you might consider picking up the flare gun at the start of the Abyss. If you're speedrunning, you're going for the absolute best time, it is worth only picking up the flare gun itself and not the ammo, because it takes too long to like break the crate and then pick up all the little ammo pieces. The flare gun is very good in the Abyss, but it takes time to pick it up. So it kind of conflicts with each other. If you're a slower player, you're like not necessarily going for the most insane crack times, yes, pick up the flare gun, pick up the ammo, and at the very start of the Abyss, you can just inject yourself and spam all the flares while flying in a quick succession, which will just give you an instant super boost, and then you can just drop the flare gun and forget about it. I mean a sub 8? Did I say a sub 9? Yeah, this is like so close to a sub 8. A very good run. A very good run. You are a very good player. But you know that you're a good player. Next up is Ruv. Let's see what Ruv is cooking. Should you do this little niche called sleeping? Yes, you should. Sleep deprivation is pretty bad. I'm experiencing it right now. It's not good. You better sleep. Slow being around 16 minutes? Well, I mean, 16 minutes is good, right? But what many people do, they compare themselves to like the best players in this entire game, which get like, you know, sub 7, sub 6. Has sub 6 been achieved yet? I don't remember. So if you compare yourself to absolute best players, yes, 16 minutes is slow. Compared to just the average player, no, 16 minutes is great. At 16 minutes, yeah, I think you might as well pick up the flare gun and the ammo and play with it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, good night, the real judge. Geg. I'll see you later. Alright, let's check out this run. Okay, not the best of starts. At least you get the food at the start of this room. But this room can be a little bit annoying. Still, it's like nothing too complicated. Go up here, you can bap yourself up here, or take the ladder. It's a little bit slower, but that's okay. Yes, Ruv, we're watching your run now. No grub spawn here. There's also a possible pill spawn at the top of this room. Right here. On this little dark thing, almost by the ceiling, there's a possible pill spawn. It is kind of low chance though, and it is awkward to check, so a lot of people choose to ignore it. Ruv does not get the granola here, which is kind of tragic. It does get the grub though, very nice. At this point, I would probably prefer a granola, honestly, over the grub, considering you have no stamina. Oh, you have food. Why are you not using food? The food calls for you. Oh god. Here come the barnacles. Oh no. Oh, here we go. Soup power. Yeah, the flare gun... no, like, don't get me wrong. The flare gun is very strong. Was the secret closed? Okay, the secret is closed. Never lucky. Yes, the flare, like, don't get me wrong, the flare gun is a very, very powerful item in the Abyss. It is super powerful. But for the purpose of, like, getting the absolute insane cracked times, it is not worth it to pick up the ammo for it. Only the flare gun itself for that, like, one little boost. Okay, it does get the injector. Very nice. P-binding. Ooh. Unusual plays. Okay, so peripheral binding is a perk that lowers your gravity if you have little to no items in your inventory. The buff disappears once you have more than 6 items, I think. But if you have no items at all, it decreases your gravity by up to 40%. Yeah, by 40% if you have absolutely nothing. And if you have some items, then it scales down. So, like, potentially this could be good. But the problem is, like, early in the game... Yo, what was this route? Hang on. So when you enter this area, right? You want to go to the top of this room, check the injector spawn right here, okay, which Roof does. But then you want to drop back down. Back to this vent and go into this vent, because in this vent there is also another possible injector spawn. You don't want to go through this top area because it is, well, not necessarily slower, but it doesn't have the injector spawn in it. You're missing out on an injector, which is very sad and very bad. Yeah, what was I saying about P-binding? It's a good perk, right? But early in the game, you will be hoarding items which you want to bring with you to shoot Thief Shaft and the Pier. So, like, it will not provide you with much value early, which sucks. Like, it straight up sucks. It is very good in the Abyss, but early it is, yeah, it's not that good. Okay, getting not the best rooms. Very little items in these rooms. Yeah, you don't want to drop into that vent at the bottom. Oh yes, I missed the barnacle grab spam as well. The buff they received is absolutely crazy. It might even be too much, honestly. The blood bugs got overly nerfed and the barnacles got overly buffed. That seems to be... Okay, you choose not to recycle the bugs. Interesting. To save time, I suppose? I don't think that's worth it, though. Well, I will respect your decision. Metabolic stasis, excellent. Alright. Wow, you sure have a lot of beans. You probably want to drop them. As well as the rebar and the piton. Yeah. Oh, you use it to get to the top of this thing. Oh. I get it. Saving the grub. Saving private grub. Good God, you have so many items. You're just getting no benefit from peripheral binding at all. Just zero benefit. How RNG heavy is competitive Knuckle? It's still pretty RNG. Oh God. Grand XYX, thank you for the follow. Oh my God, these jump scares. So it is less RNG than normal runs because, like, you don't get random events like fog and whatnot. You have a massively reduced perk pool, which makes getting the best perks so much easier. But the problem is, at the end of the day, how good your time is depends entirely on how many injectors you get in your run. And the injectors are still super random. So the randomness isn't going anywhere. It is much better in terms of perks, but the item RNG is still there, and items dictate how well your run goes. That is just how Knuckle is. Yeah, these hands are quite bright. Oh God, you have so many items. Yeah, and by this point, actually, whenever you reach interlude lockdown, the first interlude, you might as well get rid of your hammer. From that point on, you will not need your hammer anymore. So you might as well either drop it or recycle it. ads? Are the ads going? Wait, are there ads? Injector nerfs? I don't think injectors should be nerfed. Yes, they are like the absolute best item in the game, but I don't think nerfing the injectors themselves is the solution, because that's just gonna make the game less fun. Like, you nerf the injectors, and you make the game less fun for everybody who's like speedrunning and not speedrunning. It's worse for everyone. I think there are other solutions to this. Are there ads going on right now? Can somebody confirm? If there are, I don't want to finish. Okay, ads on YouTube, I assume. Is Twitch okay? Is Twitch free? Can we continue? Your run is almost done uploading. Wowie, you sure have a lot of runs uploaded, huh? I love it. Okay, ads are gone, let's continue. Alright, let's see the spear. That's a lot of injectors. Whoa, whoa, I like that. Holy style. Check this out. We're not clicking the button, we're shooting the button. Bam, cowboy style, quick draw. Ooh, that's great, I love that. Okay, so in this pier, right? You do your quick draw, bam, open the door. In this pier, there is a guaranteed injector on the other side of this little building part. It's always there. In this pier, you always go left and you climb to the other side of this thing. There is always an injector there, which you just straight up ignore here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, like, they could nerf them in roundabout ways. That is possible. Like, maybe nerf the injector stacking, although that will also make the game just worse for a lot of players. But yes, I don't think the base effects should be nerfed. I think that should stay exactly the same. But some, like, roundabout ways of nerfing, yes, I can definitely see. Okay, good pier, all things considered. Good first room. This is the guaranteed injector room. Goes for the injector. Kinda slow to get to it, but that's okay. Okay, goes up, all is good. And see, like, here's the problem with your experimental perk. Like, to this point, you still have too many items, which makes P-binding still completely useless. Like, it provides you with no value here. It has provided you with no value throughout the whole run. You just get nothing from it. Videos, tutorial guides to get started on speedrunning. I don't think there are any. Not that I've seen myself. Like, aside from my just general Knuckle guide, I don't think there are any. Alright, again, and in this room, the Bolts device room, the very first vent in this room, this one, has a possible injector spawn on the wide section of it. The very first vent in this room has the injector spawn. You always check it. You do need as many injectors as you want going into Abyss. Ooh, that's an interesting path. Climbing all the way across the ceiling, that's cool. I see that we're going for cool points this run. Doing cool things. Not so much speedrunner things, but cool things. Okay, the red turret room. Pretty straightforward. Just go, climb to the very top, and then turn around, and that's the whole room. Yep, look it up. It's only in the electric ballroom. There's an injector spawn on the very first vent. I also go over all the possible item spawns in my 2-hour White Knuckle video. But yeah, there's also this other channel. Oh, you haven't played campaign in like a couple of months? Yeah, I see. Well, that's okay. That means you will get rapid improvements if you keep playing. Okay, so what was it? Vendors with no injectors? Oh, you don't have roaches. Ah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, since this is not the fastest run anyway, yeah, you might as well pick up all the flares. Injecting all 4 injectors at the start here, I'm not sure about that. Like, again, the way buffs work in this game... Good flare usage, by the way. Big respect. The way buffs work in this game, the more you stack of the same buff, the faster it evaporates. So it is less efficient to use, for example, 2 injectors straight away than using them one by one. So if you enter Abyss with more than like 3 injectors, 3 is the most I would apply. If you have more, I would use them once you are approaching Deadman's Handle, just to like make them last a bit longer. Though of course that difference is not so huge as to like make it a rule of thumb or anything. Okay, good Abyss. The Abyss was good. The Abyss was really good. That's a really good Abyss. Almost a sub 10 too. Like, you get back into it a little bit more. You grind some more, you will improve so much if you haven't played for 2 months. Like, you will get a sub 8 in no time. Just little improvements here and there, and you will get a sub 8 no problem. Oh yeah, I can tell. I can tell you're good at Abyss. That was a very good Abyss. Alright, what's next? I don't think I can stream the Discord clips, so I'm gonna have to skip that. Next is Pupu Chizu. Pupu Chizu, are you still here? Yo, that's a sub 8. That's a crazy run. Any specific things you want to improve? Item spawns, as I've mentioned. And, you know, probably not picking peripheral binding. Only go for metabolic overdrive or... what's it called? Polyphagia. Yeah, Pupu Chizu is a very interesting name. I like it. Alright. Let's see this run. Sub 8. This is probably super good. That's not the start of the run, though. Okay. Here we go. Okay, first room has food at least, and is a pretty quick room to finish, so... This room is okay. Very quick, but no items. Here we get guaranteed pills and a possible grub spawn. No grub, unfortunate. That's the wrong side, yep. Gotta go back around. Grab the pill. Yeah, everybody's running the cool hands. I like the default still. No granola spawn, very unfortunate. But you do have the pills, so it's okay. This room is also not great. Possible grab here, no grab. Oh, Vander though. Oh, with an injector. Oh, that's a misclick. That's okay. Okay, another possible injector here. You do get the injector, very nice. Good RNG, that injector is quite rare. Metabolic, awesome. Another injector, okay, very good early luck so far. Okay, and amazing. This is the best Shatter Chambers room. You get 3 grubs here. And then you jump across, and then you go up, and then you get into a secret, which has a more or less guaranteed pill spawn and a possible injector spawn, both of which our dear Chizu gets. So amazing luck so far, very good items. This room has an injector spawn. It did not spawn, very unfortunate. Also a possible grub spawn, which Chizu does not check. This room has a possible pill spawn, doesn't even check it. Who cares about pills, am I right? We only play for injectors. This room has a possible injector right here. It does spawn. Okay, that is some very good item luck. Stacked early game. Ooh, that's a bit of a mistake. It's okay. Quick recovery. Thoughts on the Shatter? I don't play any of the challenges, so I have no thoughts. My head is free of thoughts. Forgot the bugs, yep. Gotta get the roaches first, then you recycle. Okay, another injector, amazing. Another injector, oh my goodness. Alright. Please tell me this is stasis. Yes, okay. Yeah, I see why this is a sub 8. This is absolutely cracked RNG. So yeah, unfortunately I can't tell you anything about Shadow Drift. Me no play challenges, maybe one day. Perhaps one day. Okay, let's see this shoot. Should be a 1 grub shoot, right? You have like infinite injectors, you have stasis, you have metabolic overdrive. Ooh, oh, that was close. That was very close. Is this the wrong side? Yes, it is. Oh, I think that grab would have been enough actually. This is kind of a waste, but I think you have enough anyway. Okay, second metabolic, yes. Okay, okay. RNG is strong with this run. Yeah, you have enough grubs. It's all good. So here we have a super fast shaft, as always. Yeah, you don't really need pills at this point, so you might as well take them. Is that another injector? Wow, wow, that is some crazy luck. Guaranteed injector here in between the containers. And then I assume you go... No, you check the vendor. Is there something in the vendor? I assume not. I couldn't see anything. Just straight to Delta Labs. Ooh. You know, that's funny. You were going on a correct route and then you corrected yourself into that vent. Don't even check the vendor. Yeah, it's not worth it. Just go straight up here into the vent. Okay, the bedroom, no items here, just go up. If you have a grub at this point still, it's worth using grub in this room. There's nothing to see here. Might as well just skip it. Oh, you got this run like 15 minutes ago? That's great. Did you miss the start? Okay, that's not the best room to get in Delta Labs because you don't get items here. Well, aside from, you know, P-beans, but that's not viable for speedruns. Oh, that's the wrong way. Okay, recovery. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, here is at last a possible injector spawn. Kind of bad Delta Labs RNG. Let's see if you will get at least one injector out of it. Yes, you do. Okay. Not the worst then. Oh god. Alright, so that's the end, I think, right? That was the final room. No? Yes, it is. Okay, into the abyss we go. Oh, you got a faster run 15 minutes ago. Wowee, you're improving quickly, huh? Any more injectors here? Yes. Wow, that is the... So this is what I was talking about, right? If you want absolutely like cracked times, if you want to be like on top of the leaderboards, you need this kind of RNG. You need to have injectors offered to you in like every single vendor. Alright, so this is what? 6 injectors. All 6 used at the very start. I don't know if I agree with that. Again, I would probably save at least 2 to use later. Oh, that's unfortunate. A little bit of a fumble at the start there. That is very unfortunate. When you have 6 injectors active, you really don't want to fumble. You want to just keep flying. Yeah, this abyss is not great, but hey, considering the amount of injectors you have in this round, it's kind of hard to mess this up in general. Ooh, whoops. Oh god. Okay, it's okay, recovery. Yep, not going for the injector spawn because this is the last tile. It is not worth it at this point. Rapid climb, then a plateau. Yeah, well, that's I think that's most people. We have very fast initial improvements and then we plateau unless we grind. So this is what... So this is still a sub 8. So, you know, yeah, there are some mistakes here and there. This is still a very, very good run. Crouching. As I've said, I think, what, 2 times this stream? Yes, you do want to crouch while flying. Actually, was Mr. Poopy crouching here while flying? No. Right? This is not the crouching animation. Yeah, you should have been crouched, like, during the entirety of this abyss. Whenever you fly like this, you need to be crouched to reduce your air resistance and go farther. You want to be crouched. Okay, but still, overall, an amazing run. You know, anything that's a sub 8, even a sub 9, these are some amazing runs. Alright, what's next? Unlucky Nuke. Oh my god. Nico ZA is following. Thank you, Nico. Appreciate the follow. Gonna bed? See you later then. Catch you on the next stream, I assume. Hopefully with some clips of your own. Alright, is Unlucky Nuke still here? In the chat. Unlucky Nuke, where are you? Are you still with us? So we can witness your hopefully amazing run. Hopefully you can get a sub 16. You can. You absolutely can. Have faith in yourself. It will take some time, perhaps, but you will get it no problem. Whatever. Let's just watch it. This is the last run I'm probably going to watch. Okay, so this is not the best start. This room is not guaranteed to have this pill. So if you're wondering, the pill is you start this room normally, you go the intended way, climb up this, and then at the very end, there are these 2 food spawns here, right? And this pipe above the food spawns is the one that has a possible pill spawn. Oh, in YouTube chat, yeah, that's right. That's right. I keep missing the YouTube chat. Oh, I really gotta fix it. I'm sorry for this. Like, I can't really see YouTube comments all that well. Okay, does get the pill, good. If you don't get the pill from this room and it's your first time, I usually just restart. Okay, possible granola here. It is here, very nice. Ooh, a tiny bit of a tumble. Tiny bit of a fumble. We go up. Into another granola room. Let's see what you will find on the granola island. A single granola, that's good. Obviously 2 is best, but you will almost never get 2 out of this little island. 1 is more than good enough. Okay, decent speed going up. The guaranteed injector room, you want to go towards the ladder and the section which has this vent going up. From the top of the vent, here's your guaranteed injector. Yeah, it's too late to use it, I think. This is the final room before the break room, I think. So you might as well keep it. Overdrive, the best perk you can get, in my opinion at least. Okay, good vendors. Yeah, grab an injector, this is like super nice. This is what you want essentially. Okay, this room is also very good, has a lot of items. Let's see which ones you're going to get. Hopefully a grub and an injector. There's the grub. This grub is almost always there. I think it's like an 80 or a 90% chance to spawn. There are also pills here, but you know, who cares about pills? Nobody goes for them anyway. There's the injector. You do get the injector too. Very good. Wrong way. Yep, this way. If you want to make this jump without any boosts, you gotta stand on the lamp. Yep. Gotta be on the lamp and then forward. Excellent. Okay, this is the stamina and possible injector room, though they are the other way, not this way. Yeah, so definitely missing the pills. Oh, unless you accidentally fall onto them. Nope, never mind. No pills. And there is a possible injector spawn at the end here. However, that injector has such a little spawn chance. I think it's less than 10%. That, yeah, it is. It might not even be worth checking for it. Okay. What's happening here? Oh, you're checking for the grub. Okay. Grab your bugs. I don't think you even need to go for that grub. You have 2, that's more than enough. And the eye as well, so you don't need to use a grub to enter a secret. Buying pills? Is buying pills here worth it? No, it's not. This was a bit of a waste. So you will get pills. Okay, let's see this gamble. Ooh, good gamble. Injector. Very nice. So it's not worth buying pills here because you will get pills in the secret. And if you get stasis here, which you do get, these pills will last you through the entirety of the shoot and then the shaft, the teeth shaft as well. Ooh, god, that was needlessly dangerous, but hey, you get it. No problem. Okay, let's see this shoot. You should take those pills as soon as you pick them up in the secret. Just use them straight away. There's no real point in taking them here. Okay. Can you get it in one grub? I assume not, but let's see. Okay, final crusher bypassed. The wrong way. Yeah, no, you're definitely not getting it in one grub. That means the second grub will get exploded right here, unless you want to save it. I don't think... yeah, you should have used the grub straight away. Just pop the second grub straight away and climb up here. Ooh, whoops, whoopsie. Okay, second stasis, as good as it gets. Out of roaches. I don't think this vendor has anything anyway. Alright, so I do not recommend picking up the flare gun here. You don't really need the flare gun in any of the regions that you go through here. The shaft, the pier, and Delta Labs, you don't really need the flare gun here. So this like just slows you down. You also have this random rebar in your inventory. I'm not sure what that's for, but hey, if you want an extra rebar, I can't stop you. Okay, good shaft. Oh, you only have 20 hours in this game? Okay. Well, still, you know, I'm giving you tips as I would give to anyone else. If you are interested in actually, like, playing competitively, getting the best possible scores, this is something that you need to pay attention to. Okay, will you grab the injector? Yes, very good. That is a lot of injectors. Since you have so many going into Delta Labs, it is probably worth injecting yourself. Maybe like even right here. Just to get through Delta Labs quicker. There was a grub there, but yeah, I don't think it's worth going for that grub. You don't really care for it. Yeah, you should have injected right here. Just like use one injector here, it's okay. Just to get through Delta easier. I get the desire to save all the injectors for Abyss, but if you have spare injectors when you enter Delta Labs, oh, that's the wrong way. That is the wrong way. At the start of this room, you go into this vent. Do not go into the one which is marked with X. You go into this one. The other vent is a much simpler, straightforward way. Here, if you go in here, you could get a lot of turret spawns, which might mess you up super badly. And see, like, because you're not injected here, it is, like, somewhat challenging to get to the top. So yeah, next time you're here, consider going into the other vent. It has, like, a way that goes straight up to the end of this room. It is in my Knuckle guide as well. The breakdown of this room. Okay, now we get to the evil room. Unfortunate. Yeah, at least that one makes you inject. Ooh. Ooh. Slight problems with pathing, that's okay. Who doesn't get nervous in the evil room? That's okay. You get to the top with no problem. And what's going to be the third row? Let's see. Low gravity, very nice. A free injector right here. Do you go for the free injector? Okay, again, what I recommend doing in this room, don't even bother with the turrets. Just jump straight to these like floating debris things. Crouch so the turrets don't see you, and while crouched, jump from them to the vent to pick up the injector. Don't even bother with killing the turrets. If you're crouched when you're jumping, they won't attack you anyway. Probably would have been better to... So this is the last room you're gonna get in Delta Labs. So this was probably worth saving for the Abyss. But if you're not counting the rooms, then that's fine. I also sometimes make that mistake. I don't think you pressed the button, right? What? Yes, you did not. Whoops. That's fine. Ooh. Huh, what's this name? Kama Tracy? Kama Tracy? Okay, wait, what happened here? Why didn't you check any of the vendors? Oh, because you're out of roaches. Ooh, that's so unfortunate. Still, you have 4 injectors? Oh god. Excuse me. I guess even without the vendor, 4 injectors is still a very nice amount to enter Abyss with, so no big deal. Button time loss, yep. Yes, thank you. Okay, and you're actually crouching while flying through. Very nice. Oh god, these 20-hour players improving so quickly. I'm scared. If you play this game for 100 more hours, I'm scared to imagine what speeds you will be able to achieve. Oh Jesus, what are these YouTube names? I'm not reading that. Crouching is very influential. Like, you can test it for yourself. Just like go into Abyss with cheats and try like just jumping normally forward and flying a little bit, and then jumping forward and flying while crouched. The reduced air resistance makes a lot of difference. Okay, good Abyss. The Abyss was good. Nothing to complain about it here. Oh, you had some players unused. That's unfortunate, but still, that was a very good Abyss. You play, like, legitimately, you play a little bit more, like 20 more hours, and you will be cracking, like, sub-9s. Maybe even more. A very good run. You have much potential. Just keep playing and this game will be yours. You will be on the top of the leaderboards. Alright, here comes Flip Flop with a brand new PB. What's my endless PB? I don't even remember. I mean, it depends on the modes, right? I think my Abyss PB is the best one. I did play Superstructure as well. I don't remember. Like, I can't remember off the top of my head. Um. Oh, it's more of a fail? Is it not a full run? It is a full run. How often do I do these streams? Well, I don't have a schedule. If I can, I'll do them every day. If I cannot, well, then I won't. So I don't have a schedule to speak of, unfortunately, not yet. I am still new to this thing. Alright, so what is going on here? When does the run start? Alex Catgirl 777. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And Omelette Boy. Omelette Boy, thank you for the follow. Alright, so. Oh my god, we got infinite follows out here. Emily Melodiam, thank you for the follow as well. I'm glad you like me so much as to follow me. I hope I won't disappoint. So it starts immediately? Okay, so, alright, so I said the last run was the last. Okay, this will be the last run. The rest will have to wait until at least tomorrow. Okay, mute this. Oh wait, this is the 10 FPS experience. Oh god. Oh, we're back to 10 FPS. Is this also Pinto Beans? What does this run? Oh, 5 million followers. One day. You know, one day, hopefully. And you got drones instantly. So this is not competitive. So what is this? This is like casual. What's happening here? Regular. So no Pinto? Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, okay. Might as well watch. So if this is not Pinto, so let's see. So you're not gonna check for the pills in the pipe? Nope. Well, yeah, I guess the drones are making you scared. Pills ignored, which is unfortunate. You beat the game for the first time today. It took you 2 hours. That is to be expected from the first completion. Most people who beat this game for the first time, they get like somewhere around 1.5 hour. Like it's 1.5 to 2 hours for the first completion. Hello, Noctis. Yeah, these recordings, they are kind of rough. Double granola though, very good RNG. Wait, this is a with bindings, right? What is it? Half stamina. Got a sub 10. Ooh, that is a very nice. Congratulations on the sub 10. Might as well, you know, if you got such a cool sub 10 run, you might, you know, maybe upload it to YouTube. Maybe send it on the next stream so we can watch it. This room always confuses you. Well, you grab onto the railing on the bottom and then you pull yourself up and jump above. Okay. Oh, you didn't record it? That is unfortunate. What would you think if Blink Eyes gave a slight upward momentum boost as well as carrying some momentum? Okay, so the thing is, oh my god, half stamina and pulse bladder. Mods, this guy is trolling. This is some kind of a troll recording. 10 FPS, half stamina with pulse bladder. So the thing is, the Blink Eyes, they already preserve all of your momentum. Whenever you blink with the eyes, they preserve all of your momentum. Angular, like in any direction. Whatever momentum you have, they all preserve it. As for giving you an upward boost, so how would that work? Because you don't always want an upward boost, right? You mean like boost in the direction of the way you're blinking? Bad parent. Oh, you took bad parent here? Wait, I swear you picked pulse bladder. No? Maybe I'm blind. Oh yeah. Okay, so I am blind. You know what this reminds me of? This is like watching a GIF, like a really long GIF. Like you're watching a GIF on Discord and it's like really long. Will I make a nest guide? Absolutely. Of course. You know I will. What do you think? I'm not gonna cover the nest update? Alright, so in this room, do not go into this vent. This vent is just a much longer way that takes more time. In this room, you enter this section, you just go up straight away via these things on the sides. Do not enter this vent, because like you enter this vent and then you have to climb all the way to the ceiling across these handholds on the overhang. That sucks. Do not do this. Yeah, see, that's why it's bad. Me going after you. Yeah, this is like an extended GIF. 10 FPS gaming. You know, it's bad for me, but I can only imagine how bad it is for you because you're not just watching it directly like I am. You are watching it through my stream, which also reduces the quality. I feel for you. Did you forget to check the injector spawn? I think you did, right? So you get to here, right? And you can even see that the injector has indeed spawned. If you can tell the pixels apart on my stream, you can see that there are like one or two white pixels right there. That's the injector. It spawns underneath this lamp, above the piton. White Knuckle gameplay be like, can you see the two white pixels? Yep, that's the injector spawn. Check Discord. What's in Discord? Which Discord do I check? Okay, I guess we're gonna be here a while, huh? With this piton jump. Is this some bug abuse? Okay, I'll look at it later. Okay. All right. So this was a rough piton jump, but you know it's always good to practice things that you're bad at. If you're bad at piton jumping, spending some time to practice it is good. You will integrate it into your runs. Yeah, if you haven't been checking that injector spawn, it is very important in that room. It's right there. You don't really need to spend much time going for it. And any and all injectors you can get across your run are super important. Okay, what is going on here? So you recycle the golden nugget, and then what you have? What do you have in the lockers? Oh, you have items. 2 grubs. Interesting. Now, I would recommend putting ruby roaches into the lockers instead of grubs. That would be my recommendation. It's best if you hold the runs for the next stream, because I'm gonna close the channel. Oh my god, not the granola bars. Oh, wait, did you? Okay, hang on. Yellow QWERTY screamer. With this kind of recording, yeah, for sure. What was the perk? Don't tell me you skipped metabolic. Okay, you just didn't get metabolic. Ooh, conviction. Oh god. Yep. I'll be waiting for your submissions for the next stream. So, getting conviction here for 10 roaches, yeah, I don't think it's worth it. So, in case you don't know, Unstoppable Conviction, the modern version of it, gives you 3 non-recoverable air jumps per each food can that you consume. Why will you close the channel? Close the channel. Well, I'm not closing the channel. I'm just done for today probably. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, unstoppable conviction. So 3 air jumps per food can consumed. That might sound great, but in reality, because you cannot keep track of how many jumps you actually have, as there is no indication of them whatsoever, it's not a good perk. And considering it costs 10 roaches, for 10 roaches, it is not worth it whatsoever. Okay, let's see this 10 FPS laggiest shoot you've ever seen. Oh, oh, oh god. Oh lord. A little bit unlucky. Yeah, with the grinders. Okay, should be better with the next one. I can't really tell exactly what's going on here, but yeah, using all the items you can use to just get to the end of this is worth it. So you are doing well in this regard. Just like use everything you have just to get to the end because of the faster timer. Okay. The other grub has run out as well. God, this is so laggy. It is actually like this is horrible. Yeah, it is weird watching this run, but that is how it goes for flippers floppers. Rabbit DNA. Oh my god. Consumptive reflex. You'll make a submission for the next stream? Yeah, hell yeah. Do it. We'll watch it together. We'll have a lot of fun. Okay, so, well, I guess you could call these perks a synergy, right? So, on one hand, he's got Unstoppable Conviction, which gives him 3 double jumps for each can of food that he eats. On the other hand, he's got Consumptive Reflex, which automatically uses food cans whenever you run out of stamina. So it's like double value, right? You replenish your stamina when you're out, it buffs you as well, and then you also get more double jumps. Now, the issue with this combo in this run, very evidently, is the fact that. Ooh. What is this? Prase vkoso vino. Pracev Kotso. I don't know how to read this, I'm sorry. But thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. Yeah, no food cans. Interesting combo. Certainly not the worst. But we currently have 0 food cans in the inventory, which means neither of the perks is actually functioning. So that's that's not ideal. Now there are food spawns in the shaft, but you have to kind of look for them. You're not guaranteed to get them, I don't think. Ooh. Okay, I think there's food right there. But you chose to skip that point. Okay. I guess this will be a run where you have all the food perks, but you don't actually pick up any of the food cans. Oh, never mind. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Just don't eat them. No, don't eat them. Why do you eat them? Ooh, you have consumptive reflex. You want to keep them in your inventory. So, in case you don't know, consumptive reflex, the perk that makes you consume food automatically when you're out of stamina, whenever it triggers, it also gives you a quite a significant, I think it's 30% jump buff for 30 seconds. That's a lot. So you do want to make it so the perk triggers the food and not you manually. And in case you're wondering, no, that perk is not good for competitive running. I don't think it even exists in the competitive pool. Okay, at long last, we get to the end of the shaft. Maybe. Yes, it is done. Yeah, this is kind of not easy to comment on, but okay. Okay, you get the injector here, that's great. And you're out of roaches, because you start with no ruby roaches. Oh wait, bricks? Why are you picking up bricks? To eat them? So, consumptive reflex does make it possible for you to eat bricks to regenerate stamina. If you have no food items in your inventory, it will eat bricks or roaches instead. However, that is not very worth it because roaches and bricks, they only give you like a third of the buff that you get from consuming food with the perk. So while it doesn't hurt having bricks if you have nothing else, it is much better to just have food. Oh goodness, what is going on here? All right, so can't get to the top floor. There's an injector spawn. Oh yes, okay, it's right there. Yep, it didn't spawn. Didn't know the routing. Well, the routing is to go left if you have no grubs. You just go left and then climb up. Which you guessed correctly, so it's not bad. Oh. Wait, that's it? What a sudden end. I thought we would actually have a run here, but no. What even happened? So you were climbing on these handholds, and then well, I guess that's the consequence of you playing at like 10 FPS. That is the only explanation I have. Ooh, well, that is an interesting run to end on. Yes, you can eat bricks. If you have consumptive reflex, the perk, it doesn't exist in competitive mode, but you can get it in all other modes. Normally, it consumes regular food, granolas and bean cans, but if you have no food items in your inventory and you run out of stamina, it will consume bricks and roaches instead. Which is not great. It doesn't give you as much of a buff and stamina regen as eating food, but it's better than nothing. Okay, I think that would be it for today's stream. Okay, let's see. How many people survived till the end? So we have 12 Twitch viewers and we have 22 YouTube viewers. Well, I appreciate you surviving this 10 FPS run, and I appreciate very much you coming to the stream in the first place, following and subbing. I will try to stream tomorrow. I hope I'll be back to watch more of your runs. I'm not sure if I will. So, either way, thank you everyone once again. I'll catch you later.